Hello and welcome to the last Friday in April 2020, and it says that Monday the governor is going to let us start to come out of our homes and eat in a public restaurant and some other things. They're going to dip our feet into this after the pandemic. Now, before I get too deep, I just want to say, look, if you're just considering selling your home, realize that we're ending springtime, we're headed into summer, and this is the time when most things are green, when everything presents better, and it's historically when the highest sales are. So let's look at some numbers just so you understand where things are, even in the middle of this pandemic. Okay, I want to talk to you about a benchmark versus some of the other options that you might have if you're looking to list. All right, first of all, in 2019, January 2019 compared to 2020, let's look at those numbers. Benchmark had 128 million in 19 in transactions. In 20, we had 147.5 million. In February of the year prior, 137 million. In transaction, 174 in 2020. In March of 2019, it was 187 million in transaction. And this year, this March, we were 215 million. That's a 15% jump, I believe. There were, in fact, there were transactions were up, I think 1224 over the previous. Now, what can we look at? Even going into April, we look at the April numbers. Let me flip that over. Working from notes here. Even in April, the week of the 6th through the 10th, we had 54 new listings, 136 contracts, 31 what we call bad deals, dead deals, something that fell through from financing or some sort of disruption. The week after that, there's 73 new listings, 146 contracts, and 25 dead deals. So you see, the bad deals are going down and the good deals are going up. Now on the 20th, we still had 24 new listings, 55 contracts, and only 11 bad deals that didn't come through for one reason or another. So the bad deals are going down, we're coming out. Now let's talk about this recovery. Now the difference between 08, 09, 010 and 2020 are noticeable. The difference is back in the old days, in 2008, the housing market it led the problems. And in this year, we're going to lead out of the problems in terms of economic activity. Now, why is that? Well, the difference in the shape is, instead of having a come across and then suddenly it starts to tank and goes down and stays down and eventually it starts to creep back up like it did in 2009, 2008. And what we expect now is going to be a sharp down and a sharp rebound. Now, despite the fact that showings, which my numbers for showings are for the market-wide, not our company. The previous numbers were just in our company benchmark. The showings were actually down 18%, and yet we were up. Benchmark was up, and I think that's due to the effectiveness of so many more people, better than just me. It's just a tiny piece of the puzzle we are. So it's just a great organization to work with if you need to sell even in these difficult times. And I tell you, I have virtual tours. I can do we're able to move ahead of time into that virtual world. Actually even handle virtual closing with the money. We have a program which we can actually guards against the wire fraud and other issues, and still makes it where you don't actually have to face-to-face. We can do virtual closing. So much is going on. But we believe we're coming right. We're going to bounce right back out. In fact, the three biggest banking institutions, that's their word on their streets, is that we're just going to bounce right. We drop down quickly, we'll bounce right back, and I do believe that. I do believe. And the difference is, back in 08, 09, and 10, what we saw was the housing market was crashing because there were people caused by the finance. They were having some people that couldn't afford the homes they were in. They were sold mortgages they couldn't afford. It took a while for that to start to blow up. There were other things such as the balloon payment type issue where buy the house, and for a number of 5 years you pay nothing but interest, and then here it comes due, and the idea was, well, we'll just unload this puppy before the big check comes due, and we'll appreciate in value in that length of time, only paying basically rent on the money or interest. And we saw so many of that just kind of blow up, and it had to go down before about a year before the government responded by saying, okay, the banks bought as many as they wanted back, and they made some money. After a certain while, there was a flood of inventory on the market, and people were having trouble, even the banks having trouble, to liquidate that money and get their money back. So then they started back with the government, started intervention and deals to come in. And this time, we didn't take any time at all to work with some short-term, interactive type of government monies for the people to keep the small business, the PPP and all that going. So it fell quick, it'll bounce back quick. We're trying to do as much as we can. Now, if you happen to be one of the 26 million people that have lost a job, I feel for you, I'll pray for you, because I think your recovery is just around the bend. We're going to get right back on this stuff. So, short news is, I think there's going to be a short dip, bounce back. I think we're going to finish strong. And if you want to look for somebody to help you in listing your home or actually even finding your home, give me a call. I'll get right on it. If you have real property to sell in the greater Murfreesboro, Rutherford County area, then call Dale to sell at Benchmark Realty, 615-409-SOLD. That's 7653 or 615-809-2323.